Searching for Capitale in Red Dead Online's new update Blood Money can be a bit of a chore. Thankfully, I've taken out the guesswork for you and went through every mission and found where the Capitale was in that mission. I will cover all of the missions that you can get from each one of the mission givers, as well as the three-part missions that you can get from all of them. By watching through this video and seeing all the locations, you'll probably remember the location the next time you're back in game, but just in case you don't, I will put timestamps in the description as well as the pinned comment that will bring you exactly to the mission that you need. We'll start with the three-part missions that you can get from any of the mission givers, and then I'll go through each mission giver's missions individually so that you will know exactly where every piece of Capitale is in every single mission. One side note here is it is possible to randomly loot Capitale off dead enemies, but the ones that I'll show you here are enemies that are guaranteed to drop Capitale. But if you want to take your chances and just loot all the other bodies, you may or may not pick up a bit of extra. We'll start with my favourite three-part mission, which is the Bluewater John mission. On the first mission, you will find the Capitale on one of the NPCs inside in the schoolhouse building in Pleasence. The look of the NPC can change from time to time, but I believe it's the one closest to the loot bag inside in that building. Of course, he might run out to try to kill you, but as long as you keep an eye on who came out of the building, you should be able to find him easily. It's definitely worth looting though, because once you get him, you'll get 2 Capitale off that body. You'll also find 2 Capitale in the second part of the Bluewater Contract. The first one is near the first camp that you take out, but it's not in the camp itself. You'll find it in the Strange Man's house, which is just located near that camp. So I have it there on the map, but just run into the house and you can't miss it. It's just beside the mirror here. Find a second Capitale in a loot box just under the house in the west of the final camp. You can get to it either just here, or you can go in from the water as well, but just make your way around and you'll see the loot box just here on the embankment. You should get 1 Capitale there as well. In the final part of the Bluewater Contract, you can find 1 loot box of Capitale just here where the waypoint is. The place I start here is actually where Bluewater John takes you finally in the mission. If you want to skip the whole searching of the 4 different camps, you can just go straight to that point. But once you get to that point, just run up where I'm running right now and you'll see a large tree. Using Eagle Eye, you'll see the loot box just under that tree and you can loot it and you'll get 3 Capitale. So in total for the Bluewater Contract, you can get 7 Capitale for doing all 3 parts. For the Jeb Phelps Contract, you can get 1 in the first mission by just going to this barn here. You'll find the barn in the northwest of Van Horn, but just be careful to make sure to kill all the enemies first, as otherwise there's this bug where you'll get invisible enemies and they'll just kill you. But just run through the main barn doors and you'll find the loot box just here beside the workbench. You should get 1 Capitale in that loot box, and I haven't been able to find any more Capitale boxes in Van Horn, so if you know any, let me know. In the second part of the Jeb Phelps Contract, you'll find 1 hidden on top of the roof that you set fire to. It's probably best to get this before you set fire to the roof, as the fire can make it a bit more difficult. But there's a ladder here on the side, just run up the ladder. Then on the side you'll see a makeshift balcony with a steel bath in it, which I don't know why, they're weird folk around these parts. But on that you will find the lockbox that will contain some Capitale inside. There should be 3 Capitale inside the lockbox, which makes this a pretty good find. In the last part of the Jeb Phelps Contract, you will find a lockbox at Fort Brennan. Here, just run into Fort Brennan and you'll see a little dilapidated hut just over here. Just run in and then go down the stairs to the north. Worth noting that you might be able to loot 1 Capitale off the dead bodies from the enemies in the fort, but there is no guarantee it will spawn. But once you're in this little building, just go in here and open the lockbox on the ground. I always end up grabbing that one, but the one on the ground just here should give you 3 Capitale when you open it. So in total, that should give you 7 Capitale again for doing the Jeb Phelps Contract. For the first part of the Railroad Contract, you should be able to find 1 Capitale in a loot box just here behind the boxes. It's a pretty easy one to miss, but pretty easy find once you know where it is. So opening that should get you 1 piece of Capitale. For the second part in the Railroad Contract, you should find 1 in the second stash of supplies. It's worth taking out the train driver here, as otherwise you're going to have to chase down that train to get the last part of supplies to destroy. But once all the enemies are dead, you can have a look around and you'll see this lovely cart over there. If you use Eagle Eye, you'll see that there's a lockbox underneath the cart, so just move the cart forward a little bit and then you'll be able to open the lockbox. You'll get 3 Capitale from this lockbox, which makes this a really good find. In the third part of the Railroad Contract, you start off by having to kill or capture the Foreman. I once looted Capitale off the Foreman, but it isn't that common. But if you wait till get to the railroad director, once you've him hog-tied up, you can loot him and you will get 3 Capitale off him. So again, for this mission, you will get 7 Capitale for doing all 3 parts of this mission. Over at Sean Maguire, you'll get a few more blood money missions to do. He has a few different variations of the Stagecoach mission, and to get the Capitale and them, just loot the person in the Stagecoach. Sean has 2 variations of Dirty Money, Dirty Deeds. One is in Owangila Lake and the other is in Lake Isabella. At Owangila Lake, you just want to go to this area here on the map and you'll find just outside the camp a broken down cart and a lockbox just in front of it. You should get 1 piece of Capitale from that lockbox. For the one at Lake Isabella, you will find lockbox at this little decrepit tent on the side just outside the main camp. Just show you there on the map, and opening that lockbox will get you 1 piece of Capitale. Sean has one unique mission called Wrongful Property. This will bring you to a mine up in the Grizzlies. You'll find the first lockbox here just in the mine. It's an easy one to miss actually, but just in here behind the barrels and the supporting beam. Just make your way in here and you'll find a lockbox nestled in beside a supporting beam and a box. As I said, this is a very easy one to miss, but once you get the lockbox, that should give you 1 piece of Capitale. The second one here is at the very back of the mine. This is where the loot spawns for you, so an easy one to get I think. But just up there in the corner beside the lantern. This should get you another 1 piece of Capitale for this mission. So that's a total of 2 pieces that you can get on the Wrongful Property mission. You'll find 2 pieces as well in the Clearing House mission. This mission brings you just here on the map, and these are pretty easy to find. The first one you'll find just over here in the main kitchen area. The lockbox is just down here. That should give you 1 piece of Capitale. The second lockbox you'll easily find over here in the bedroom. You'll find it just over near the table and chair, and this should also give you 1 piece of Capitale. For Joe, you have a unique mission called a lit fuse. Finding this was actually quite tricky, but you will find it over here under the bridge in a lockbox. There might possibly be another one around, but I wasn't able to find it. If you do find one, let me know in the comments. But this will get you 1 piece of Capitale once you do find it. For his Dirty Deeds mission, you will find it under a rock just outside the camp. Pretty easy one to find over the landmark of it, but easy to miss if you're just looking around the camps. This lockbox should drop you 1 piece of Capitale. Joe has a few different Clearing House missions. These can also be random events in free roam lobbies. The first one over here of Van Horn, you'll find 2 lockboxes. The first one's down here at the bottom, just near the fireplace. And the next one is just make your way up the stairs, and then just over here near the upstairs fireplace you'll find the second one. These will give you 2 Capitales for doing this mission. The next homestead is up just north of Window Rock. You'll find the first one in the main building just over here under the table. It's just at the foot of the chair there as well. This should give you 1 piece of Capitale, and the next piece of Capitale can be found in the smaller building to the west, and it'll be just beside the bed here. And that should give you 2 pieces of Capitale for this Clearing House mission. For the Clearing House mission for this farm, you'll find the first one in the barn. You'll find the lockbox just over here near the barrel and the lantern. This will give you 1 piece, and then just make your way over to the main house. Over there, just make your way up the stairs into the bedroom, and you will find the lockbox just here to the left of the fireplace. There you should find 1 piece, so that'll give you 2 pieces of Capitale for this Clearing House mission. For Anthony Foreman, you'll have another Stagecoach Stickup mission, which again is as simple as just loot the person in the carriage who is carrying the valuables, and you should get at least 1 piece of Capitale. For his Dirty Money, Dirty Deeds mission, you will find it just outside the camp here at this location, and you'll find it buried in the mud underneath this tree. It's just near where this tent is also, so the tree just here, you'll see it just sticking out of the mud over here. But open this up and you should get 1 piece of Capitale. Anthony Foreman has 2 Clearing House missions. The first mission you'll find over in Pleasence. You'll find a loot box with the Capitale here on the porch just on this house that has sinners painted on top of it. This should give you 1 piece of Capitale. The Clearing House mission just south of Braithwaite, you will find the lockbox with Capitale just at the south of the house. You should find 1 piece in here also. For James Langton, you'll also have a variation of the Stagecoach Stickup. Again, it's just a simple matter of looting the person that has the valuables in the carriage, and that should get you 1 piece of Capitale. For James Langton's unique mission called Back Pay, you will find 2 pieces. I recommend taking out the carriage driver first, so he won't be able to ride away, make life easier for yourself. And then just loot that body, and that should get you 1 piece right there. The second piece is at the back of the railway station, just in the house. Inside there you should find a lockbox. Inside the box you'll find 1 more piece, which will give you 2 pieces of Capitale for this mission. James will give you 2 versions of clearing house. The first will be south of Armadillo. The mission has you look for clues, and then it will give you a search area, and in the search area you'll find a dead body. I'm pretty sure the dead body is in a fixed location just there on the map, and when you find it you'll find the valuables, as well as you can loot the body to get 2 pieces of Capitale. The second clearinghouse mission has you search around Silent Steed and Gapshoot Ridge. Finding the clue will lead you to this location here, just north of Tumbleweed. Then you just want to take out the enemy, loot the body, and that will get you 2 pieces of Capitale. So no matter what clearinghouse mission you do for James, you're going to get 2 pieces of Capitale, which is pretty good. And that's it. That's pretty much all the locations that you can get Capitale in the Blood Opportunity missions. As I mentioned earlier, I have put timestamps in the description of each location for the different missions. So if you need to find an exact location very quickly, you can just come to this video and find the mission in the timestamps. I think this video is perfect for if you just like to casually play these missions and you just want to know where all those locations are, so you can just casually pick them up. If you're looking to grind Capitale, I think the best thing to do would be to play the 3-part missions. I've already made a video that is still the best video out there on how to make Capitale fast for blood money, so if you want you can check that out if you just want to grind and get this very fast. And that's it. Hopefully I'll never have to use that word Capitale ever again, and from now on I can just use bonds when I'm playing the game myself. If you liked this video and found it useful, why not leave a like and a comment, as that really helps me out. Massive thanks to everyone for the support, especially the members. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you in the next video.